XRP holders, let's talk a little bit about what is going on today. We do have a lot of movement coming within the XRP community. We also have Bitcoin also looking like it's wanting to come down a little bit as well. We also seen a nice little increase to the support yesterday on XRP. There have been some big movements within the crypto market on Algo, Chainlink, HBAR, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So make sure you do stay until the end. Comment down below. Let me know what your XRP price prediction is. I do think we're going to try to push a little higher and a little bit of a pullback as we start to see some volume and volatility coming in the market. There are some catalysts I'm going to mention at the end that you do need to pay attention to. A lot of the catalysts we're seeing here on the short term are pretty big moves. You can see that we have stair climbed down a little bit here right around the 316s. We also kind of talked about that if you watched my stream earlier today. As we're coming back down, we are seeing a potential flag here. As you do see it kind of coming back down, you're also seeing that position get closer to that 316. This was where we was at previously, where we seen a lot of the consolidation. So this is where I'm thinking that we're going to see that pull back down closer to the 3 to that 304 range. Huge movement opportunities here. Also a huge sell signal right around the 326. We did pick up some shorts right around this area. We also did pick up some more here. Our positions are going pretty good on those. We did take profit on Litecoin. That was over 100% gain in a very short period of time. Our positions also on HBAR is also looking pretty good here on the short term. I did draw this out on live stream yesterday and the day before. So if you've been watching, you will see that it's coming. A lot of people got faked out right here and here. This shoulder on the right was drawn out a little bit, but you can see that it is playing very specifically here. You can see that within the last few little bit, we are also seeing that drop down to that 26.5. This was going to be a huge resistance level for it, so that's something that we do have to pay attention to. Going all the way back over into this area here, back when we pumped on July 26 on Saturday, we pumped due to that Robinhood listing. That was something that we watched around for quite a bit here on the short term. If you take a look at Ethereum, you're not really seeing that big a price action either. You're seeing a similarity to XRP. I do think XRP is holding the line up pretty good. We did drop closer to that 311 very quickly. We did see our positions kind of rocket here on the short term. Also, Bitcoin also seeing that maneuver back closer to that 118.3. This is going to be a typical V-shaped recovery. If you take a look at the 15-minute, you can see that I drew it out perfectly on the 1 minute there. Also on the Ethereum, I think we're going to see the same. We're going to get closer to the moving average as the RSI does cool off. We are going to pull back down closer here. We're also going to pull back closer to that 307, 304 on XRP. When this does happen, it is going to move quick. I mean, we could see as low as 299 very quickly while we closed here and here on the previous dips on July 24th and July 25th. We did see that bounce back up, but we are rejecting it here pretty much. We have seen that breakout closer to that next resistance, 331, where we started to sell off pretty quickly. There are a lot of catalysts coming. This Wednesday, you do have the FOMC meeting where they could be talking about interest rate cuts. That could be bullish or bearish depending on what happens. Also, you do have the Crypto White House report coming this Thursday. I'm going to be also playing that video as well, so make sure that you do join the live stream. Hit that like button and subscribe, guys. Also, Friday, you do have the tariffs that come into play, so you're going to see a lot of volatility this week, definitely coming up until Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the first one. I think we'll have a volatility week, definitely with us coming Wednesday to Friday. I think a lot of meme coins have started to pop off as well. I think we're seeing Algo also seeing that major pullback down 6%, Chainlink 4%, HBAR 5%. This was a huge move. I drew that on the 15-minute to kind of show you how the head and shoulders did play out. It did break the right shoulder here, and it faked out a lot of people. I was talking about it on the stream. That is something that we see sometimes. It does make it become invalid, but traders made it play out exactly the way they wanted it to. Getting it closer back down to this support of that 26.5, which we just did this hour. We've been pretty bearish for around the last 8 to 10 hours on HBAR. I do think it's going to continue. Same with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is making that V-shaped recovery. We'll see that big drop back down. This is just cooling off the RSI, so just make sure that you do watch out and pay attention extension close enough to it. Also, we see that gap fill on Litecoin. This is why I'm thinking we're going to gap fill back down closer to 3 on XRP. I think we'll also see a similar move on Ethereum around that 3,600 before we see that rip. Whenever we start to see that rip is going to come later on with XRP. I think we're going to retest at $3 and at 296. If so, we're going to see that bounce back, getting closer back to that 331 again. This is going to be a support and resistance play, but I will also be making videos through the catalysts that we're seeing this week with the FOMC meeting, the crypto White House report, along with the tariffs. This is going to be a pretty high volatility week, so make sure that you do follow me for more. Thank you guys for watching.